What else we discussed last time? What do you remember, sir? Chita? Hear me, Dikshita.
सर आवाज कम आ रहा है।
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है। सबको नहीं आ रहा कि किसी किसी को नहीं आ रहा है आवाज?
नहीं सर, आ रहा है सर आवाज।
कम आ रहा है सर।
कम आ रहा है आवाज।
मुझे भी नहीं आ रहा।
कितने लोग को नहीं आ रहा आवाज? Raise your hands. Only 2 people. बाकी लोग को आ रहा है आवाज? If you don't raise hands, I know that you can hear me. दीक्षिता ने बोला आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, धैर्य ने बोला और देवेंद्र ने बोला, 3 लोग ने बोला। बाकी लोग सुनाई दे रहा है?
यस सर।
So those 3 people should check your network. क्योंकि अगर सबको सुनाई दे रहा है, आपको नहीं दे रहा, तो आपका नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम होगा। ओके ओके, so let's start from where we left off last week. Okay, so last week we were looking at non-ideal solutions and how to calculate VLE for that. Right, so we saw the Margulis equation. याद है Margulis equation? Van Laar equation, ये सब देखा था last week हमने. Right, we saw Van Laar equation, we saw Margulis equation, and then we said how do we use this for our calculations. For azeotrophs, we said at azeotropic composition, liquid composition is equal to vapor composition, so xi equal to yi, and we can use this property for VLE calculations. Raoult's law says yi into total pressure is equal to gamma I xi pis, so we can find out gamma I, which is yi by xi into p upon pis, and at azeotropic composition xi equal to yi, so therefore we can calculate gamma I equal to p upon pis. So if you know the partial vapor pressure of each component, and if you know total pressure, we can calculate gamma 1 and we can calculate gamma 2 like this. Any doubts, questions on this? Okay, if there are no questions, then we'll solve some problems. Okay, let me share the book actually. Okay, so can you see this? This is an example in the book, solved example, but we'll solve these things before you go to unsolved ones, because most of the examples which you see in exam are solved examples from Narayanan. This example 8.12 was asked in 2070 final exam. So it is like better to go through these because you know that most of them will be solved examples. Some are unsolved, we'll see those. Okay. So liquids A and B form an azeotrope containing 46.1 mole percent A at 101.3 kilopascal and 345 Kelvin. At 345 Kelvin, the vapor pressure of A is 84.8 kilopascal and that of B is 78.2 kilopascal. Calculate the Van Laar constants. Okay. So remember Van Laar equation. नोट्स लिखने वाले हैं क्या आपके पास Van Laar equation? How many people are taking notes? I want to see hands. Only 4. बाकी लोग नोट्स नहीं बनाते क्या? The rest of the people are here. Civil request किया गया. Very bad. You want to learn something, you learn. If you don't want to learn,
Voice
your
check.
problem. Question 8.68. ln gamma 1 is x1 plus b by x2 whole square. I'm just reading the equation. If you cannot hear otherwise, at least you can see the PDF. Can you see the PDF? Okay, can you see the PDF? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. नेटवर्क का इश्यू रहता ही है थोड़ा बहुत. अगर PDF भी नहीं दिख रहा है, then is the problem. I'm just reading that equation. Can you see the equation, Van Laar equation? 8.68.
हाँ सर.
Okay, so that is the Van Laar equation which I discussed last time. So what we need to do is we need to find out values of A and B. Right? ln gamma 1 is equal to some equation in terms of A and B. You know the composition, right? Composition क्या दिया है? What is the composition given? Composition दिया है ना? नहीं दिया है? Write down this equation, all of you. If you're not going to remember anything, you're not going to write anything, then those no use coming for the lecture. Ax2 square upon a upon bx1 plus x2 whole square. Then gamma is equal to bx1 square upon x1 plus b by x2 whole square. बिना लिख के सबका have you written the equations? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When I ask you a question, why don't you all respond? When I ask you, have you written the equations? Why don't you respond? At least raise the hands. If you're not interested, then I'll skip the problem and just go to theory. That's all. These are solved examples. You can study them yourself. If you're not going to do anything, then why do you come to lecture? And if you are coming to lecture, do something. Write down this equation problem, example 8.1. Write down. When I show you something, write it down. What is the composition given?
Sir, mole fraction.
6.1 mole percent A is given.
So what is x1 value?
0.461.
Okay. So can you find out now what is the value of gamma 1 and gamma 2 for that composition? How will you find out gamma 1 and gamma 2?
P by PS.
Yeah, so find out gamma 1 and gamma 2. Vapor pressure is given, total pressure is given. Find out gamma 1 and gamma 2. Yeah, what is the question, Devendra?
Yes, sir.
हो गया क्या gamma 1 gamma 2?
Sir, we are calculating.
Okay, find out gamma 1 gamma 2. Let me know what is the value of gamma 1 and gamma 2.
Sir, gamma 1 is 1.1945.
Okay, gamma 2?
1.294.
Okay. कितने लोग का हो गया? I want to see hands. How many have finished calculation gamma 1 gamma 2? Okay. So once you know gamma 1 gamma 2, we know the two equations of granular equation, right? Ln gamma 1 is equal to some equation in terms of A and B, ln gamma 2 in some equation in terms of A and B. Right? We have two equations and two unknowns. A and B are two unknowns. We know the composition x1. We know composition x2. So substitute in those two equations and find out what is the value of A and B. The two unknowns. You can find it. Any questions? x1 पता है, gamma 1 पता है, gamma 2 पता है. So only unknowns are a and b. So find out what is the value of a and b. Let me know when you finish calculation, find the value of a.
So A is 1.2955 and B is 0.653.
Okay. So how many people have finished it? Raise your hands. If you get A as 1.2955 something and B as 0.653 something. Okay, so now once we find the Van Laer constants, now suppose you want to find the activity coefficient at a different composition of the same solution. Can you find it? हो गया क्या सबका? कितने लोग का हो गया? Raise your hands. A and B. देवेंद्र हो गया क्या?
नहीं सर, कर रहा हूँ.
Why is it taking so long? कैलकुलेटर नहीं है क्या?
है सर.
तो करो ना. प्रोग्रामेबल है कि नॉन प्रोग्रामेबल है?
है सर, प्रोग्रामेबल है.
फिर just a matter of 1 minute. Put the equation and find the value. Okay, so those who have finished finding value of A and B, now find the value of gamma 1 and gamma 2 at say x1 equal to 0.55. So at a different composition, let's find out what is the value of gamma 1 and gamma 2. जिनका हो गया है A and B values, find out the value of gamma 1 and gamma 2 at x1 equal to 0.55. समझ में आया क्वेश्चन? And if you finished calculation of gamma 1 and gamma 2 for x1 equal to 0.55, raise your hand. रितेश कोल्हापुरे हो गया क्या?
हाँ सर।
ए एंड बी का वैल्यू मिल गया?
सर वो कैलकुलेशन कुछ गलत आ रहे थे। हो रहा है सर।
ओके, ए एंड बी हो गया?
हाँ
तो फाइंड आउट gamma 1 gamma 2 at x1 equal to 0.55. देवेंद्र हो गया क्या?
हाँ सर, लास्ट स्टेप चालू।
Who has finished calculating gamma 1 and gamma 2? Raise your hands. What is the value, Dikshita?
Gamma 1 is 1.1168 and gamma 2 is 1.3873.
और किसी का हो गया? सिद्धि हुआ क्या?
सर थोड़ी सी कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक हो रही है।
ओके ठीक है, करो। रितेश, देवेंद्र।
सर सेकंड के लिए कॉम्पोजिशन क्या लेना था सेकंड क्वेश्चन के लिए?
0.55
0.55
x1 इक्वल टू 0.55। वैभव, हो रहा है क्या?
हो रहा है सर, लेकिन कांस्टेंट ए एंड बी लेना है क्या उसमें?
हाँ सेम है ना,
वही।
कांस्टेंट। एक बार कांस्टेंट कैलकुलेट किया तो वही वैल्यू यूज करने का रहता है ना, दैट इज द इक्वेशन। ए एंड बी आर नॉट गोइंग टू
ओके
चेंज,
सर।
only composition going to change now. That is the purpose of Van-Laar equation. Once you find the values of A and B, you can use it for any other composition. मुर्तजा है क्या इधर, किस हो रहा है? मुर्तजा, नितिन सो रहा है क्या रे? करते नहीं, आके बैठ जाते हैं यहाँ पर। नूपुर, आर यू डूइंग समथिंग? People not responding, that means they are absent. Shraddha, are you doing something?
आवाज आ रही है क्या?
क्या हो गया? प्रॉब्लम है क्या, आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या?
सर आपका आवाज थोड़ा कम आ रहा है मेरे को, और फिर बीच में गायब ही हो जा रहा है।
कुछ कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है? नितिन है ना? नितिन एंड मुर्तजा कुछ कर रहे हैं कि बैठे हुए यहाँ पर सिर्फ? इतने लोग का गामा वन गामा टू हो गया न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ x1 के लिए? रेज योर हैंड। हुआ दीक्षित क्या कर रहे, सो रहे नहीं रहे ये? Siddhi, you got the answer. What is the answer, Siddhi?
सर gamma 1 is 1.16 and gamma 2 is 1.28.
1.28, because Dikshita got something different, right? दीक्षिता क्या मिला आपको?
So 1.1168 and 1.3873.
1. क्या था?
8.
28, 1.287 है। सिद्धि थोड़ा डिफरेंट आ रहा है आपका, क्या डिफरेंट है देख लो आप।
हाँ सर चेक करती हूँ।
आई डोंट नो किसका आंसर करेक्ट है, क्योंकि मैंने कैलकुलेशन नहीं किया। आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग यू टू डू दिस, आई हैव नॉट डन द कैलकुलेशन। बुक में सिर्फ ए एंड बी तक था। आई read that part of calculating gamma 1 again. देवेंद्र क्या आंसर है तुम्हारा?
Sir, gamma 1 is 1.1133.
देवेंद्र, can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Devendra, can you repeat it?
Sir, gamma 1 is 1.1167 and gamma 2 is 1.245.
Devendra, can you repeat your answer?
Sir, gamma 1 is 1.1133
Okay.
and
Gamma
gamma
2?
2 is 1.3926.
So everybody is getting different answer, is it? Siddhi, तुम्हारा क्या आ रहा?
1.287.
287. So different आ रहा है. Calculate करो अच्छे से.
Sir, मेरा 1.245 आ रहा है sir मेरा.
See, the
Gamma
thing
2.
is, if you round off A and B values, जितना round off करोगे उतना different आएगा. Right? So you should use A values of at least 3 decimal places or 4 decimal places. अगर राउंड ऑफ करके 2 डेसिमल करोगे ए एंड बी का वैल्यू तो और डिफरेंट आएगा वैल्यूज. सो रिमेंबर दैट. ओके, सो विल मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम. Okay, next problem is similar to this one only. 8.13. The azeotrope of ethanol benzene system has a composition of 44.8 mole percent ethanol with a boiling point of 341.4 Kelvin at 101.3 kPa. At this temperature, the vapor pressure of benzene is 68.9 kilopascal and vapor pressure of ethanol is 67.4 kilopascal. What are the activity coefficients in a solution containing 10% alcohol? Okay, so it's similar to the previous problem part, exactly similar. The first part is azeotropic composition दिया है. What is azeotropic composition given?
Sir, 0.448.
0.448, right? So x1 is given as 0.448. So, and vapor pressure is given for ethanol and benzene, right? So we can find out gamma 1 and gamma 2 at this composition and calculate again A and B for van der Waals equation. ठीक है? Exactly similar problem है. Second part is, what are the activity coefficient of a solution containing 10% alcohol? Right? So अभी once you get A and B, you can find out gamma 1 and gamma 2, similar to this problem which we have done. Only there is some slight difference here. यहाँ जो composition दिया है, it is given ethanol is 0.448, right? बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ बेंजीन कितना है और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ इथेनॉल कितना है? फाइंड आउट, कैन यू फाइंड आउट फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट?
बेंजीन का
डिग्री
80
सेल्सियस है
होता
सर
है
बेंजीन। हाँ
बेंजीन का कितना है और इथेनॉल कितना है बॉइलिंग पॉइंट?
सर बेंजीन का 80.1 डिग्री सेल्सियस और इथेनॉल का 78.7।
78.7, राइट। ठीक है, तो x1 क्या रहेगा, कंपोनेंट 1 क्या रहेगा?
इथेनॉल।
इथेनॉल, राइट। ओके, और कंपोनेंट 2 क्या रहेगा? बेंजीन, राइट।
बेंजीन।
अभी इसने जो बुक में सॉल्व किया है, ये टेकन एज बेंजीन एज कंपोनेंट 1 एंड इथेनॉल एज कंपोनेंट 2, डजंट मैटर, यू कैन सॉल्व इट इधर वे। इतना ध्यान रखने का कि क्या कंपोनेंट 1 लिया, क्या कंपोनेंट 2 लिया आपने। यू कैन सॉल्व यूजिंग
Sir,
इथेनॉल एज
X1
कंपोनेंट 1। क्या बोल रहे हैं?
X1 is for more volatile component.
यस, बट दैट्स व्हाट आई एम पॉइंटिंग आउट। इसने बुक में उल्टा किया है। इसने बुक में ही हैज टेकन बेंजीन एज कंपोनेंट 1 एंड इथेनॉल एज कंपोनेंट 2, तो क्या हो जाएगा, इंटरचेंज हो गया, ए और बी इंटरचेंज हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं। सी इफ यू यूज ethanol as component 1 and benzene as component 2, you get some value of A and some value of B, right? But if you reverse it, if you take benzene as component 1 and ethanol as component 2, what value of you get, what you will get for A is essentially B, what you get for B is essentially A, interchange हो जाएगा और कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। That's why I took this example. So it doesn't really matter book में जो लिया है आप उसको मत करो, आप you take ethanol as component 1 and benzene as component 2 and find out A and B values first. We'll not follow the book, we'll do it different way and see whether we get the same answer. ठीक है, समझ में आ रही बात क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? Any questions, doubts?
सर तो गैमा की वैल्यू नहीं चेंज होगी ना?
नहीं, करके देखते हैं ना हम। बुक में उल्टा लिया उसने and he has found out some value of gamma. Now let us take our conventional method or conventional decision. What we would decide, we say component 1 is always more volatile, right? We'll take ethanol as more volatile component and find out values A and B, and then based on that A and B, will find out gamma 1 and gamma 2 for the new composition. ठीक है, it should come the same. Let's see if you get the same value or not. समझ में आ रही बात?
यस सर।
Okay, so let's find out A and B for x1 equal to 0.448. P1s and P2s is given, total pressure is given. Find out gamma 1 and gamma 2, and then find out A and B for Van Laar equation. और जिसका हो जाएगा A and B value, raise your hand. विराज, क्या है वैल्यू आपका ए एंड बी का?
सर ए का 1.9106 एंड बी का 1.3245.
Okay, so if you see the book answer, I'll show you the book answer now. Yes, second component 1 has benzene, if you see this, and component 2 has alcohol, right? हमने उल्टा लिया है, and he does the calculation and he finds A is 1.3305 and B is 1.9106. उल्टा आया exactly, right, Viraj?
Yes, sir.
So that's the only difference it will make, right? If we take x1 equal, instead of x1 you use x2, सिर्फ constant change हो जाएगा. B will become A and A will become B, और कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. That's why I wanted you to check this out for yourself. It doesn't matter whether I take component 1 as alcohol or benzene, the values of A and B will be interchangeable हो जाएगा, but value same रहेगा. A will become B and B will become A. ठीक है, और किसका हो गया कल A and B? Raise your hands. Are you getting these values of A and B which are shown? B will be A will be B. समझ में आई बात को लोगों को? Y उल्टा हो जाएगा. Basically equation is symmetrical. Van Laar equation. If you make component 1 as component 2, then A will become B and B will become A. Okay, so once you find this value of A and B, now we need to find activity coefficient for a solution containing 10% alcohol, right? तो x1 क्या रहेगा अभी अपना?
0.9.
नो, किसने बोला 0.9?
हाँ सर, उल्टा रहेगा ना.
उल्टा रहेगा ना. किसने बोला 0.9?
मैंने सर, देवेंद्र.
हाँ, तो उल्टा रहेगा ना. बुक में ये सेकंड बेंजीन एज कंपोनेंट 1, we are taking alcohol as component 1, तो x1 will be 0.1 instead of 0.9, right? हमारा E and B उल्टा हो गया, right? So x1 will be 0.1, 10% alcohol, so x1 is 0.1, x2 is 0.9. उसके लिए अपने को भी gamma 1 gamma 2 कैलकुलेट करने का है. So calculate gamma 1 gamma 2 for x1 equal to 0.1. If you have finished calculating gamma 1 and gamma 2, raise your hand for x1 equal to 0.1. यस दीक्षिता, क्या है वैल्यू गामा 1 गामा 2 का?
Gamma 1 4.1412 and gamma 2 1.0255.
एग्जैक्टली बताया ना,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Or for us component 1 is ethanol, right? For him, for the book, component 1 is benzene. So if you look at that, gamma 1 gamma 2 is coming exactly same for you as the book, right? Component 1 is benzene for him, for us it is alcohol. So because the equation is symmetrical, doesn't matter whether we use take any component as component 1 or any second component as component 2, 1, doesn't matter. अगर हमारे बॉइलिंग पॉइंट नहीं पता है सपोज, तो हमने बॉइलिंग पॉइंट देखा, हमने बेंजीन और इथेनॉल का क्या है, so we know इथेनॉल has lower boiling point than benzene. But suppose we don't know which is the boiling point, doesn't matter. We can take any component as component 1 and other component as component 2. Answer will come correct. ठीक है, और किसका हो गया? I want to see hands. Okay, so now you understand. We can take any components component 1, any components component 2, right? And Siddhi, your question last week आपने पूछा था कि gamma 1 gamma 2 का always positive greater than 1 or less than 1 आएगा कि नहीं, right? You had asked some question last week, Siddhi.
Yes, sir.
What are the values of gamma 1 gamma 2 here? You see in two cases, right? Or
Sir,
gamma 1,
दोनों positive है.
no, no.
Greater than 1.
In all the cases, it is when component 1 is more than 1, component 2 is also more than 1. Less than 1 रहेगा तो दोनों में less than 1 रहेगा. Okay? Less than 0, sorry. So we'll see that. Okay, so let's see. We have only 4 minutes. Let me show you the next problem. And you can take that as a homework assignment. Solve problem है लेकिन करके देखो. Water is given in bracket 1 is treating water as component 1. Address system forms an acid drop containing 58 more percent. The equilibrium vapor or a solution containing 20 more percent hydrazine. The relative volatility of this remain constant. ठीक है. So this is the problem. We have to find out vapor composition in equilibrium with the solution containing 20 mole percent. Actually, we need to find out gamma 1 2. Then when Lahr equation से again A and B find करना है. Again for new composition we have to find out gamma 1 and then we will find value by Raoult's law. समझ में आ रहा है? Hydrazine, and then once we have gamma 1 gamma 2 at the new composition, we can find out vapor composition in equilibrium by Raoult's law. सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम है, घर पे करके देखो. ये भी एग्जाम में आ चुका है, 2017 में ही आया है. सो ऑल these 3 examples have appeared in the final exam. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? Any doubts on what you have done today? We'll do this example tomorrow, 8.14. But if you are serious about thermo, go and do this at home on your own. खुद कैलकुलेशन करके देखो, just not read the book. If you do it yourself, then only you'll understand it. Reading the book is not going to help you understand the book problem. Okay, any doubts, questions on what we did today?
हाँ sir. The vapor pressure of more volatile component is more, right?
Vapor pressure of more volatile component is always more. Up to relative volatility is there, right? Relative volatility is alpha is equal to what? Alpha क्या रहता है? Alpha is equal to P1s upon 2s, right? Vapor 124.76, right? You can find out what is the vapor pressure of water, P1s. ठीक है, निश्चिता समझ में आया?
Yes sir.
ठीक है, so try to solve this problem at home. We'll do this tomorrow in the class. And if you have any questions, you can ask tomorrow. Okay. Now we'll stop here.